Hello everyone, we are at the first day of the Dubai Lynx 2011 and I have with me the outgoing festival director, Mr. Steve Lane. Hi Steve, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
That's quite an interesting show with the exit from the through the gift shop.
Yeah.
So tell us, what should we expect this year?
What should we expect? In terms of the festival,
Yes.
you should expect a program packed with seminars, world-class speakers, things to do and see. We have 4 workshops, we have the Uncreatives competition, all the entries that are in the competition are on our kiosks. Everybody can see the interactive work on our interactive kiosks. And we've got evening events. We have networking, we have opportunities for people to meet and greet and see and reacquaint themselves with other people. So we've created a festival this year.
That's interesting. Can you please tell us about the reasons behind selecting His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed for the advertising person of the year and Coca-Cola Egypt for the advertiser of the year?
Okay, let me start with Coke. Coca-Cola Egypt over the last 3 years have been probably the single awarded brand at Lynx, single most awarded brand at Lynx in terms of the point system that we use to calculate things like Agency of the Year. When you look at their 2 Grand Prix, 3 gold, media bronze over the space of about 2 years, and then look at the quality of the work they produce. They produce a work for a global brand with a very local voice, with a very local feel to it, a very local aesthetic to it, very particular to the marketplace. And the fact that Coca-Cola Egypt let their agencies do that and let their agencies represent them like that in the market is definitely worthy of the prize. And Sheikh Ahmed, His Highness, Emirates is now a global brand. It is probably one of only 2 or 3 global brands coming out of this region, and he is the figurehead. He is the man who's driven Emirates from a very small airline into a now global player in terms of airlines, but also in terms of marketing, in terms of sponsorship, in terms of their involvement with sport, in terms of their involvement in markets outside of Dubai. And the Advertising Person of the Year prize is for people who have, by their work, raised the profile of the region. You know, and so Emirates have raised the profile of the Middle East region by how much they're out there, and he is the guy behind that. You know, everybody knows where they are, everybody knows where they're from, and he is the kind of the figurehead, thus Advertising Person of the Year this year.
Yes, I agree. Now, 4 years could sound like a short period, but what do you think has changed in the industry since the Dubai Lynx Festival has started?
It's interesting to see the changes in the awards. When we first launched in 2007, which was the first award show, which is now 5 years ago, this will be the 5th awards, we got a lot of entries, or the bulk of our entries, in what we would call the traditional categories: print, outdoor, TV. Over the course of Lynx so far up till this year, we now seen a change in that we now get a lot more integrated work, interactive work, direct work, promo work than we ever did before. And it's as if the industry over the 5-year period has grown and realised that it's not just a double-page spread or a 30-second spot. They're looking for, or brands and clients here are looking for creative solutions, and the agencies have stepped up and offered them that in below-the-line marketing, in experiential events, in stunt advertising. That's the difference. 2007's Lynx was a very traditional show in the stuff that was awarded. I think you'll find 2011's Lynx will be a very, very different show in terms of the things that are actually winning prizes.
And what do you think the growth is in online?
Growth in online?
Yeah, online advertising.
Into what's driving the growth, or what is the growth?
What is the growth? I mean, do you think that, number of entries, is it growing every year?
It's certainly growing every year. It's one of our biggest growth markets in terms of the entries to the show. Between when we started and where we are now, digital's probably doubled on a year-by-year basis. We have far more entries in interactive this year than we've ever had before.
And the quality of work, what do you think?
Well, the quality's good. The quality, there will always be better work than not, but then at the end of the day, I'm only director of the event. It's not for me to say what's good. That's why we bring jury in. And we have 28 jurors who are currently sequestered in jury rooms judging the work, and on Wednesday we'll find out what they think. My opinion doesn't really matter.
Okay, final word as you are leaving the show?
As I'm leaving the show, I am. This will be my last Lynx. I've been here for the festival for every one we've ever done.
And you have done a great job so
thank you
far.
for saying so. I've seen it grow from in 2008, a very nascent launch event where people were, what is this? We don't really understand what it is, to 2011, what we've got this year, which is a fully fledged regional advertising festival. I just had a conversation with a couple of people who've flown in from Kuwait, seen some guys from Qatar. This is an event now that represents the region. I'm very happy it's got to this stage, and it's time for me to move on.
Interesting. But I saw some entries from countries outside the MENA region. I mean, is that why it's called the International Festival now? Or are you aiming beyond the region? Or?
Absolutely not. The rules, the entry rules are that you have to have created work for clients in the region.
Okay.
So there are a few clients, for whatever reason, who still are shipping their work out to, there was some Japan, I've seen some Korea, and then that work is being used here, but it has to be created specifically.
So it's eligible to be...
Indeed. It's not work, though, that they have created for the Japanese market, then they've then decided to run here. It has to have been created specifically for here, and then you can enter. You know, on the flip side of that, if agencies in the region are doing work for clients outside the region, that work is also eligible.
That's eligible. Okay, thank you, Steve, and good luck with your next project.